Kangana Ranaut's Tejas is all set to hit theatres on the 27th of October. The film features the story of a fictitious character, Tejas Gill, a woman pilot in the Indian Airforce who flies the indigenously built Tejas fighter aircraft to valiantly strike at India's enemies. The film is being endorsed by the Indian government and the military, including Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and Chief of Defence Staff Anil Chauhan, who were present at a special screening. The trailer of this action movie depicts a motivated and able woman IAF officer who is determined to not be bound by gender-based barriers and seeks to fight the enemy at the front lines. This sheds light on the long-standing movement for the inclusion of women in the male-dominated Indian military and the force's efforts to build a gender-inclusive work and training environment free of biases and harassment. Women have made significant strides in the Indian Armed Forces in the last decade, marking a commendable shift towards gender equality in defence forces. Women are also being inducted as Agniveers under the new Agnipath scheme. While women have played a significant role in the medical wings and as the United Nations peacekeeping forces, their inclusion in combat and support roles is ushering in a new generation of empowered female soldiers in all the three services of the Indian Armed Forces. Over 7,000 women are currently serving in the Indian Army, which started inducting women in 1992. In 2020, a Supreme Court judgment ended a long battle for gender parity as it finally called for permanent commissioning of women officers and allowing them command positions. The directives are currently being implemented by the government and the military forces. That means more female colonels, lieutenant generals in the army. One such officer is Madhuri Kanitkar, who attained the rank of Lieutenant General in the Indian Army in 2020, making her only the third woman to achieve this high rank. The Indian Air Force too has made significant strides in gender inclusion. By September 2020, there were 1,875 female officers in various roles, including combat and support. The first female officer, Vijay Lakshmi Ramanan, initially served in the Army Medical Corps before joining the Air Force, retiring as a wing commander in 1979. In 1966, Flight Lieutenant Kanta Handa received a commendation for her service during the 1965 Indo-Pakistan War, marking an early milestone. In 1994, women including Gunjan Saxena and Sri Vidya Rajan started flying in combat zones during the Kargil War. In 2006, Deepika Mishra became the first female IAF pilot to train for the Sarang display team. In 2012, Nivedita Singh became the first IAF woman to summit Mount Everest. In 2015, combat roles for women as fighter pilots were opened up. The Indian Navy too is not far behind. In 2019, Sub-Lieutenant Shubhangi Swaroop made history by becoming the first woman pilot for the Indian Navy, with a role in flying the Dornier 228 surveillance aircraft. In September 2020, another milestone was reached when two women officers, Sub-Lieutenants Kumudini Tyagi and Riti Singh, were deployed on board warships for the very first time. Their role was as airborne tacticians operating from the deck of warships. Fast forward to 26 August 2021, Surgeon Vice Admiral Sheila S. Mathai received a significant feat by becoming the fourth woman to be promoted to a 3-star rank and the first direct Navy woman Vice Admiral. Surgeon Vice Admiral Aarti Sarin was the third woman to attain a 3-star rank in the Indian Navy. These achievements mark important milestones for women in the Indian Navy, signifying their increasing participation and recognition in various roles within the armed forces. For more women to participate and be accepted in the military, India requires a change in perspective towards women, which the film Tejas aims to contribute to. India is emerging as a beacon of gender equality in the world, where women continue to battle for opportunities to serve the nation.